Hello Drone Racers, I'm Mark, and today on Drone Racer 101, we're going to be testing these in the air. And I'm not going to wear these the whole time. There, that's better. So this is going to be kind of a long video, so I'm going to put timestamps down in the description to help out if you just want to see parts of it or go back and forth to parts of it. It's going to be broken into several sections. First, I'm going to show you the drone that I put the module into. There, it's right here, but I'm going to show it to you up close and why it worked out so well. I thought this was going to be a problem, but I really like this drone. I'm probably going to end up keeping this just like this and just have to buy more modules because I really like it. So I'm going to show you that. Then I'm going to show you the flights in the backyard. These are the same flights across the golf course that I fly all the time. If you subscribe to the channel, you should subscribe to the channel, you will have seen these types of flights. It's the same thing. Now I'm rusty. I haven't flown in a while. I've just been super busy. And because this is a brand new drone that I'm not totally familiar with a new system that I don't want to destroy, I'm pretty conservative, but I get on it a little bit more. And then I do some tests like around the house. That's interesting. Range tests as far as I can go. Now this is how I fly. This is where I fly. I am not a multi-GP racer. I'm not a bando flyer for the most part. I fly in my backyard across my par 5 that I can and around the house and some other places I want to fly that I can only fly once the golfers are gone. I can't wait till the golfers are gone again. So keep that in mind. I think this is how most people honestly use their drones. Out in the parks, this is just like flying in a park, flying at a golf course. Just I'm lucky enough to have it as my backyard. I go through 2 packs there, and then after that, I actually go over to the nearby school that has a woods that I've flown through in the past. You've seen it a couple of times. Over there, I got some even better video comparing this system flying there with where I've flown in the past on an analog system, and you can see how that goes. After that, I'll come back and give a summary of my impressions flying with the system, and if I think it's worth it, whether you should buy it or not. So first up, let's go to the bench and take a look at the drone. So here's the build I was able to put together that actually fits the DJI Digital FPV system really well. I'm thrilled with how this turned out. It took some doing, but this fits in here and gives me everything I want, absolutely. I've got the battery on the bottom. The unit is inside here. It's encased really well, but it's got enough room to breathe. So I've got it covered over a little, but it can breathe really well. The camera is mounted really well. You'll see in the video, this is actually after I flew it outside. I've got decent camera angle and I could get more without too much of a problem. This comes as a P&P kit, which it came with the props and motors and ESCs and the flight controller all installed. I just took out everything I didn't need. First, I took out the FPV transmitter, which I didn't need at all in this case. And then I unplugged, here, I'll take off everything so you can see what's inside. I'll just wrap these around the bottom. I have 2 straps in here. One goes down for the battery, one goes up. This is held in place pretty well. So what I did is there's a DVR board that it came with, and I just unplugged it and then connected it back up, and I'm basically using it as a platform for foam. I looked at originally not having this in there at all, but the gyro for this is inside right here. Here we go, we haven't got these out in a while. So the gyro is free floating. There's a ribbon cable here I wanted to make sure I didn't hit, so it's connected in and cleared. So this board actually works out really, really well. So I've got the board, it's a huge board here, but it makes it so I've got plenty of room underneath because they spread everything out. It's got the buzzer built in, the gyro is built in. There are UART pads right here, which were really easy to get to connect the UART controls for this board. The pads for the battery connection were really easy to get to here. It does not have a dedicated output with high enough voltage in order to connect it to, so I just connect it directly to the battery connections. I'm flying this on 4S. This drone was originally compatible with 5S, but I'm just going to be flying 4S here. Also, these motors are 2550 motors, so they don't really need 5S. And then the S-Bus connector is right here that I used, and I just connected that to the existing wiring harness. And I grounded it. There's a ground for that. I don't know if you need it. There was also, it had a 5-volt pad in here. I took that out. There is an SD card slot for black box data and then a USB port. So it's really just got everything I need, and it's nice and small, and it works out really well. I added some foam on the top that I cut here and put a piece on the bottom. Antennas connect up. I actually even have, it has a antenna connector here. It came with an RPSMA connector here and then went to an MMCX cable, and I have an extension and I can fit it here. I didn't want to on this one because I wanted to use the stock antennas, but I'm probably going to take one of these off and then mount an antenna here so I have an antenna, and that would be a nice separation. These are LHCP, I did confirm that, so I will get a LHCP antenna to connect there. The camera was a full width camera, so I just took off the stands for that and installed some micro camera mounts here. Those are pretty easy to get. There's several options for that. I couldn't actually find to send you links for the ones that I used here. Those came off another model, but there are several options, so this will fit in here just fine. One thing that's neat on this board, there's actually LED connectors. You can connect LEDs on the bottom of the arms here, and there's just 4 connectors here. See, there. So those are available separately if you want it to be a little bit brighter. But overall, I'm thrilled with the way it looks. Aesthetically, it's great. This is running Betaflight 3.2 right now. I didn't update it. I wanted to just make sure it works. And everything on it works. The UART information works. The MSP information works. With SBus, it works. The only reason you have to update to the latest Betaflight is if you're going to use the super low latency DJI protocol. But if you just want to use SBus, and it's SBus with the same latency for everything else that we've had SBus for connections. So I'm not going to be a multi-GP champion. SBus still works just fine for me. I'm not concerned that much with the lowest latency you can get. I should mention the flight controller in here is an Omnibus F4, so it's good enough. It's not an F7, but it's an F4, so I mean, it'll get you everything you need. And if you already have motors and ESCs that are separate around here that you want to use, you can buy this frame for like $30 and this flight controller for $35. So that's not a bad deal. And then just print a little platform. I was going to print a platform on my 3D printer and set here, but then when I had this extra board, it's faster to just use that one. But if you already have everything else and you just want the frame that you know it'll fit, I can tell you, hey, it fits. You can do that. So this is after 3 packs. It's still in one piece. It works. So I'm still really happy with that after flying it. It could use some tuning, but that's right out of the box with nothing. Nothing changed at all. So now we're going to look at flights in the backyard. These look the same as pretty much all the flights. These are mostly, almost all the view from my goggles. I show a little bit of the module recording, but to me that's not really useful. It looks the same as my GoPro Session. I never got the GoPro Session 5, yeah, the high-end one, but with my regular one, when I've recorded it, it looks pretty much the same as that session. So it's good enough for what I'm doing, but I'm not recording Rotor Riot style videos. Also, in all my reviews, I pretty much always show my goggle recordings and not a GoPro, because every drone looks pretty much the same from a GoPro. Like, who cares? Yeah, it looks fast. Woo. I want to know what it actually looks like to perform through the session. Not the session, actually, the goggles is what I mean. But we're going to do that recording, and so I'm going to show you what I see. I flew 2 battery packs in the backyard just to get a little bit of a feel for it. You take the lens cover off. That makes it look stupid. There we go. Lens cover's off. That's better. I used to have a grill right here that I'd set the camera on while I was recording, and it's gone. I might have to get a new table or something, but we'll worry about that another time. There is a lot of light leakage around here, a lot of light, but the video is unbelievable. There we go. Oh, my flight timer works. Oh my gosh. I'm just gonna do some very basic flight tests here. Just go along here, make sure, check range. I'm just in angle mode now. I want to check. Let's see, my channel looks good. I'm on channel 5. I have 4 bars. Latency is still good. So far, I don't notice any latency. So there I'm starting to get a little bit of breakup or on the edges. But, so there's my 250 meter mark, which is where I generally consider my basis, like for any quality at all. 25 milliwatts won't make it this far. 200 should make it this far without any problem. If I go a little faster. So there, I'm still in angle mode because I want my bailout option available. There we go. All right. That looks amazing. All right. So the switch, I have my voltage. Let's see, I'm gonna have to do math. One thing I missed from Betaflight, it doesn't show me my per cell voltage. So what do I want to get down to? Say 13, 14 is my minimum. So we're in angle mode now. So like I said, this is a brand new drone. I have not done any performance testing on it at all. I've not done any PID tuning. This is right out of the box, but I kind of just put this together. This is air mode is Betaflight 3.2. So this does work in Betaflight 3.2. It does not require 4.2 just to work. The new protocol from DJI requires 4.2. I think it's 4.2. But you can fly on whatever you want. I'm in SBus and it works, and I have just simply I love the clear quality in the middle. And around the edges, I can see just a tiny bit of blurring. You'll be able to see it too. But now I don't have a lot of pitch here. I just kind of put this together. I haven't flown. Have I flown this year? I have not. I don't think I've even flown this year. So I'm going to be rusty. But you know what? It is like riding a bike. I had rode a bike the other day, and I haven't ridden a bike in I don't know how long. So where are we at? 14.9 volts. I mean, for out of the box. Oh gosh. All right. Are there any golfers? I want the golf course. I hear the helicopter. Oh, there are golfers. All right, fine. I'll stay here. So what about flying in front of the house? I did the test earlier. I get just a teeny tiny, oh, there we go, just a little bit of extra breakup. So it doesn't go through houses well. Oh, I saw in the corner the channel signal strength went down. What if I slow it down? Slow it down and go around the house. There, oh, I had my first pause there. I had a little bit of a pause. Oh, low signal strength. So through the house, I mean, it's as good as a regular drone on 600 milliwatts. That's what I'd say. It's not revolutionary at all, at least not through the middle of my house. The big difference is right here. The quality is just really, really good. Got a little bit of oscillations here, mid-throttle oscillations. I don't have enough camera pitch right now. Now I don't notice latency at all. I don't have enough camera pitch to even do a full speed run. That's not bad though. That's an easy fix. So the golfers are on that end now, so I can have it just detail like I haven't had. Now the feel of the controller, it feels like the X9D. I don't know if it doesn't feel like the X9D SE. I wonder if those thumb sticks would move right over. It's mainly they're small. They're small, like the regular X9D SE or X9D. But if I put the SE sticks on it, I wonder if they would just fit. That I'm curious of. Golfers are just going to be busy out here today. All right, so I don't want to impede. I go over here. Oh, there are golfers there. Shoot. Okay. Oops. I'll stay away from them. Yeah, a lot of prop wash. Not tuned at all, but man, it's nice. All right, 14 volts. I'm going to bring this down and try another one. Gosh, look how clear that is. Oh, a little too much. All right, record. It stopped recording when I turned off the throttle. That's interesting. I didn't know it would do that. I wonder if that's a setting for that. Huh, interesting. Now it does not fit on the top of my head. I can't just stick it up there like I can regular goggles. That's a little bit annoying. Okay, so I plugged it back in. It bound right up. It reconnected. Everything looks good in the goggles. Yeah, everything was easy, the way I would expect it to be. I tried to give it a little more camera angle. We'll see if that works. I mean, when it's sitting there, it's absolutely spectacular. Just unbelievable. Go straight to air mode. Gosh, this thing's fast. Plenty, I mean, compared to my, there we go, full speed. That's not bad. That's not bad. I don't notice, I don't notice any latency at all. I don't notice anything. Compared to the OcuSync when I had that, it's night and day different. This is, and clarity compared to most of the analog is really good. really, really good. But I still, unfortunately, there are people here, and I can't test. I want the golfers to be gone. And this time of year, it takes a lot for that to happen. Because I want to test flying around, basically, the golf course. And I can't do that with them out there. So this is kind of a comparison, like you see lots of videos like this over the years on this channel. There, I can actually see the line. It's right there with the swing set where the quality difference is. I think it's really clever though. I'm gonna end up in the pond. Oh, that would stink. So around the house, a little disappointing. A lot of breakup, a lot of channel drop. See, look at that. Now I'm using 5 gigahertz in my house. I'm going to try some other spots, but flying through houses does not work as well as I had hoped it would. I was hoping for some reason it would just go through. Yeah, so much prop wash. Need PIDs, but it's fun to fly anyway. And needs more camera angle, but that's an easy fix. All right, I'm gonna call this good. I'm very happy with this drone. I'm very happy with the video. I'm happy with the range in the backyard. It's as good as the 600 milliwatts, 400 milliwatts, I would say, without any doubt. Is it as good or much better miraculously than everything else? I'm going to say I doubt it, unfortunately. If I can get the golfers to go, are they gone? I mean, yeah, I can't risk it. All right, I'm gonna go out this evening and fly somewhere I've flown before with lots of trees that I can fly through and see how it goes there. That's what I want to do. I'm just poking around here. All right, oh gosh. So what I have to do is go back to analog for comparison because it's been a while. But oh man, I really like the control out of this thing. It's pretty quick. Yeah, it's real quick. That's a good camera angle on it, I think. I like it. I wonder how fast it is. Easy to hover this thing when there's such little camera angle. All right, there I am. So like I said, those were conservative flights, but those were pretty much the way I fly most of the time, and I was really, really happy with that, except for on the other side of my house. That was the one place it really disappointed me. I was hoping, when I started flying, I flew 200 milliwatts, and I could fly around the house, and I was thrilled. I was shocked. It cut out a lot, but it worked. I was hoping, though, with this system, the way it worked, it would be a lot better. Now, it's probably still better, but it's not like night and day shocking. I can't even tell I'm on the other side of a house, which is kind of what I was hoping for. I probably had unrealistic expectations. It worked, but there was just a little bit of cutout. But you'll notice, if I said in there, the DVR and everything stayed in sync. And I know some other people have said that didn't happen, but even with any breakup that I had, everything was in sync from start to finish. One thing to note, when you hit record, there's a little bit of a difference between where the goggles start and the module sometimes, so you have to line it up at the beginning, but it stayed all the way to the end and was just fine. Also, the module records audio. I didn't know it was going to do that, so that was kind of a pleasant surprise if you're looking at this as a GoPro style replacement. It does record the audio. Range-wise here, I only get to go out to about 250 meters. That's as far as I have available, at least without going over other people's houses and trees. So it was spectacular in there. But then I wanted to go to a little bit more challenging area over at my school where I've got trees set up. I have some video of recording. I just flew one pack with this yesterday, and I've got some recording the last time I flew there with a Hawk 5. Now, the Hawk 5 is an interesting example because it has a linear antenna on it. I had it set to 200 milliwatts when I was flying there. So it may or may not be the perfect example, but it's a really popular drone at the time. This was from a prop comparison I did for the Hawk 5 where I checked to see what props work best on it. Now watch this and tell me if you can see the difference between the two videos, between the analog and the digital. It might be hard to spot the switch. All right, so here's the woods that I love flying in. So I've flown, we're gonna compare with some other flights that I did last year. But what I wanna know is how does it look over here compared to the analog, this compared to the Hawk 5. Oh my gosh, this is way, way better. I couldn't do this with the Hawk 5. Huh. Now, any problems I have are because I'm super rusty flying. Oh, this is spectacular. So I want to see what's it like on the other side of this barn. Ah, no problem at all. Yeah, this here, way better than analog. Way better. You thought these were going to be the best? Yeah. Oh, it's spectacular. I mean, I'm not doing anything fancy, but I can see what I'm doing and have no problem at all with breakup. It's near perfect. It's absolutely perfect. This is what I was hoping for. This is what I wanted out of this system. Let's see how far I can go. All right, you've got a little drop-in signal, but it's still fine. I'm on the other side of a school now. I'm a long way away. I mean, I'm not a long way away, but compared to what I've done with analog through these trees before. Oh, birds! Hi, birds! Oh, I gotta find the birds. Oh, I'm gonna make them mad. Hi, birdie. Oh, where are you going? Where are you going? Oh, I lost it. There he is. Oh, where'd he go? Well, with this HD system, you'd think I'd be able to see. Where'd he go? Oh, I lost him. Alright. How's my voltage? Oh, my voltage is low. Oh, it turned red at 14 volts. That's nice. I like that. Nice. See, going above the woods. Alright. Well, we are good. I'm stoked. This is awesome. Now I'm more encouraged for flying this for a wing. Wish I had a little more battery power. I never noticed. Oh, wait, another bird. Where'd you go? Where'd he go? Where'd he go? Where'd he go? Come here, birdie. Come here, birdie. Where are you? Oh, man, I lost him. Okay, fine. Alright, I'm below 14 volts, which is a little conservative, but I don't mind. I like that. Oh, I love it. I love it. Haters gonna hate, but I love this thing. Okay, tell me that's not amazing. I mean, holy cow, that's freaking amazing. It's like flying through a GoPro. It's like flying through a GoPro is what it feels like. I'm focused on the middle most of the time. And yeah, the edges get a little blurry. The edges are clear and then they get a little more blurry as they go. And I think I had, at 450 meters, I had just a little bit of pixelation in the middle. I could have gone further than that, I'm sure. I'm going to test it more. Like I said, I'm being really conservative with this right now. But 450 meters, that's almost half a kilometer. That's as far as I'm going to go. I wouldn't plan on flying this 4 kilometers. I wouldn't trust it 4 kilometers. If you're looking at long range, like, oh, it's a long range system, not really. I wouldn't consider that a long range system. It's about equivalent to 600 milliwatt analog transmitter range wise with your standard goggle setup. But the quality comparison while you're doing it is just night and day. It feels like watching the video back, flipping between my analog and my GoPro footage. Like, oh, it's no, except that's what I'm seeing in my goggles. that woods, I've wanted to fly in there. I love flying in there because it's spread out and there's lots of room, but there's gaps to fly through. Even being conservative though, on the other side of that barn, analog video is just garbage. And I barely noticed any breakup at all. I was so happy. I don't want, somebody's going to see this and like, oh, well, you're a DJI fanboy. Like, no, I reviewed the Goggles RE and they just weren't good. The latency was bad. The 480 footage, you had to fly in 480, and it just didn't look like this at all. Everybody who says, oh, well, this is first generation. No, the Goggles RE footage, the OcuSync module was first generation. This is second generation, and it shows that they paid attention and fixed a whole lot of things. It's not perfect. I've already done some other testing that if you're following me on Facebook, you've seen pictures of driving it in my car just to see how the range goes. That was kind of disappointing. The range through my addition down the street is about the same as I get with a 600 milliwatt video transmitter. And I guess it makes sense, but I was hoping for more. I wanted to be able to go through the addition to the other end and come back through the woods, and it's just not going to happen. Through the trees, it does a lot better than analog. Now, this is my theory, looking at the video there, like to me, when I did the hawk video, that analog video, there's no leaves on the tree. It should be even better than it is now. This video I just recorded, it's in August. Those trees are full of leaves, so that should make it worse, right? And it's just better, just so much better, just so much better. As for latency, I'm not a racer. I can't tell the difference between Crossfire and FrSky S-Bus. Like, I mean, maybe a teeny tiny bit, but I can't feel it. I can't see it for the most part. Not like I've flown systems where there's latency. Like, oh my God, this is hard to fly because of latency. I've got several of those things that I've done over time. This wasn't one of them. I didn't notice any difference at all between this and a FrSky S-Bus setup. This is not comparing to their new low latency protocols. I haven't even tried those yet. But compared to just almost everything that I ever fly, it feels exactly the same to me. I didn't notice that I was missing areas or had any problems at all. So for latency, I'm going to say it's good enough for everything that I was doing. Now, another thing to keep in mind, I fly by myself. I'm not flying with 8 other people in a racing environment. So I haven't tested it in that type of scenario. If you are in a fully dense area where you've got lots of people all flying at the same time, especially if a lot of them are analog and you're going to have a mix, you're not going to have just 8 people going out on this DJI system at the same time. Not right now, at least. Not until they sponsor some kind of racing series or something. There's an idea. Probably not going to happen. There's going to be more tests. I have a whole whiteboard full of tests that I want to do, but I wanted to get you this footage so you see how I fly. You guys who are longtime subscribers know how I fly. I want to just fly this all the time. Like if I have a choice that I'm just going to go casually fly, I'm going to pick up this system every time. The goggles could be more comfortable. The system could be smaller. The camera could fit better. The unit could fit better. Sure. But for flying experience, it's just unlike anything I've ever experienced. So if you found this useful, leave a like and a comment down below. Make sure you subscribe for any future videos because there are more. Like I said, I have a whiteboard of them, but let me know what you want to see out of this. There's a lot of things it can do, a lot of things it may be able to do or may not. Next up will probably be that video about how it just didn't go as far as I wanted down the street through the houses. That was disappointing. I was really nervous at that one that I had gotten taken again. So until next time, remember, I am going to have this thing working in a 7-inch longer range build and a wing. As soon as I can get more modules. I gotta budget for more modules.